because the Marines could not get to it. Fungal growth going down on the entire army. The Hellions are going to be doing the bulk of the damage. That siege tank is no longer mind controlled, and the Zerg player backs up. However, he's going to be able to produce far more lings. As soon as that injection is done, a new injection replaces it, so good timing on his micro. Going to be producing many, many lings now. 44 lings for the Zerg player. However, these Blue Flame Hellions are making lings virtually useless. Gonna try. Oh, not a good engagement for those lings. These Hellions can kite them all day while they're off creep. Now that they're on creep, they will be a little bit faster, but it's just a small patch of creep. This is a dance these lings do not want to be involved in, and this contain is getting re-established. The bunker did not go down, so that's finished and ready, and the Terran is going to push against this fourth. However, lings are going to be doing a run-by on this third for the Terran player, which is a great decision, in my opinion. And I like the spread on the siege tanks, not clustering them up so the lings can't just get a surround on them. And here they come up the ramp. And the Terran player's got a few Marines here. He's got lots of production, so he will be able to deal with this. So that little push from the Zerg was shut down. And the Terran will be harassing this fourth. And when I say harass, I mean taking a shit in its mouth. But Infestors, he's gonna... no, he just lost Infestors for no reason. He couldn't do any damage. It would be really funny if he mind controlled that single siege tank, but he is not going to. Does not have the energy for it. Going to engage with lings while the siege tanks are unsieging. However, the Hellions are such an issue. And fungal growthing, wow, that was a good pickup for the Zerg player. Lots of Infestors here, tons of fungal growth, and the Zerglings, with their upgrades, are able to engage the siege tanks no problem. So this Zerg is really, really going to be able to pull ahead with the upgrades that he has. And taking a look at the bio here, they have shields. What a unit. I think he's bitching about lings. I'm not sure. Infestors or lings? I don't know. He's complaining. A little bit of balance bitching, which is funny. Never mind, I'm not going to get into balance. Holy cow, ladies and gentlemen. The Zerg is far, far ahead in grades. He's got one shield, no weapons. Weapons on the way. Those lings do scout this army coming up here, but I don't think they are in vision. The Zerg player cannot see. Engaging now. I'm going to shut up. The lings get a surround on the Marines here, fungal growthing what little army the Terran player had left at this location, and the lings able to clean up the siege tanks. The siege tanks really can't do much damage to the lings because of those 2 armor. And after the patch a while ago that nerfed siege tank damage, they are just not effective against things like mass marine, mass zealot, mass lings. They are really the answer to the siege tank now, because they can get up close, they can get the surround, especially zealots with charge. Whereas before, siege tanks did bonus damage, not bonus damage, but full damage to those light units. And they could not even get close. But now light units are definitely the answer, especially when the Zerg can fungal growth the Marines in place, so that they cannot kite the light units, and they cannot really protect the armor like they used to. So, yeah, now that these lings are as they are, they can rip apart the Terran army, and the Terran army really needs to just build up a bulk force. I guess this pressure is not working for him anymore. This is the trickle in one at a time syndrome, and because the Zerg player can outproduce him, it's not working for him. However, his production is quite impressive. His positioning has been pretty strong. These lings are going to run up here but not do any damage. They're probably just scouting for a fourth. And with the high ground, he will be able to shell this. And the medevac's going to drop a couple of Marines here. What damage can it do? If it can snipe this infestation pit, that will be a good pickup. That's what he's going to go for, I think. He's going to drop down here. But building armor has really... What is he doing? He's wandering away. He wants to snipe that queen. But it's not what he needs to be doing. And he didn't even get it. Wow. So that was a really wasteful drop there. Ultralisks now. So that is a big thing. Dimaga was definitely trying to hide his Ultralisks, I think. He didn't want to show them off, but the Terran player did scout them by accident. The Ultralisk is stuck. Look at all these units stuck in that wedge. And that Marine almost killed an Ultralisk. Well, I shouldn't say almost, but he took a third of that Ultralisk health away just because it was caught in that wedge. So the siege tanks have managed to creep up quite far, pushing the creep tumors back. Creep is starting to recede, and he's just gonna push this with the he's got 4 armor on these Ultralisks, mind controlling the siege tanks. There is nothing that this Terran player can do to stop these Ultralisks from ripping up his army. And fungal growth, so the Marines can't even run away, and just devouring the siege tanks. Oh my goodness, so delicious, delicious. These Marines are going to try to chase down and pick off that Ultralisk, but they're not going to get him. They're not going to get him. We are seeing, yeah, like I said, 2-4 on those Ultralisks. They are 2-4. So that medevac did, I think, pick off a bunch of harvesters of Dimagas, but it is stuck where it is. It's going to get fungal growth to death. There it goes with all the Marines inside. So, yeah. But that was good multitasking by DieStar, making the best of a situation that wasn't in his favor. He's going to try to push this. I'm not sure why. I guess every little bit of pressure. He is picking off some spine crawlers, but this is not going to be cost-effective. Oh, and Dimaga does not even engage it, so the Marines get away, setting up a new little contain, but he is being outproduced. Look at this. All this tier 3, and Dimaga is ahead of base. He did lose this hatch, but he's going to drop another one. So he's on, both players on 3 bases. DieStar has effectively mined out his main. Dimaga as well. Dimaga has not quite mined out his second. DieStar, it looks like they're pretty even toe-to-toe, but the army for Dimaga is definitely favorable over DieStar's. So I'm not really sure what this game is going to look like. But this is a good spot for DieStar to sit with his units, just because the Ultralisks have to bunch up. But it wasn't enough to hold that many Ultralisks back. And this definitely looks like bad news for DieStar. A fungal on a single Marine. He's just showing off now. And yeah, this is not looking good. However, this push might be a little wasteful for Dimaga. They will be able to tank a lot of damage, and I think the Zerg army will be able to replace these easier than DieStar will be able to replace his army. And it does clean it all up, but I think he... I don't even know what to say about that engagement. It looked wasteful, but really, I don't think it will be in the end, as he will be able to do some great damage to the Terran's production. And look at all the SCVs coming off the line to engage that Ultralisk. They will be able to... They're not even able to kill that single Ultralisk. Look at the... Because of the armor, oh my goodness. That Ultralisk was regenerating faster than the SCVs could DPS it down. Oh my goodness. So, DieStar GG's out of that game. And Dimaga takes it. So guys, you guys requested Dimaga, and I'm glad you did. That was a great game. And you're watching StarCraft Inc., guys. Thank you for watching. Come back soon. I love you guys.